Short story, Look at What a Hot Body Can Do. A cautionary Nigerian folktale inspired by Ayra Starr's hot body.
Sit, my child. Sit and listen. Let me tell you a story they whisper in Lagos when the night is thick and the generators fall silent. A story of a girl who wanted power. A girl who wanted beauty. A girl who wanted payback. Her name was Ugonna. Back when she was just a skinny girl with patchy skin and crooked teeth, nobody wanted her. She was the shadow in the corner. The girl whose laugh made others laugh harder at her. In Mushin, she was called stick insect, dirty mop, and worst of all, ugly for nothing. Boys threw sachet water at her. Girls called her a curse. Even her church auntie once said, that one. She go reach 30 and still they beg for attention. Ugonna wept, yes. But not for long. Her shame curdled into something darker. Anger. And that anger became a vow.
I will become so hot, men will fight to serve me. I will make every person who laughed at me beg to breathe.
Her journey to power.
She worked, she saved, and she sculpted herself with the finest plastic surgeons in Abuja. But the shape she got wasn't enough. It was pretty, yes. But it didn't control. And control was what Ugonna wanted most. That's how she heard of Ayra Abik, the spirit keeper of Ajiboru, who could give more than beauty. She could give powerful attraction magic. Ugonna journeyed into the forbidden bush. There, under the moon and the mournful howls of night spirits, she knelt before the old woman.
I don't just want a hot body, Ugonna whispered. I want a body that makes men lose their minds. I want them to worship me. I want them to obey me.
Ayra Abik's eyes flashed.
And what will you give in return?
Anything, even if it burns me later.
And just like that, the deal was sealed. The curse of the perfect body.
She returned to Lagos as Zizi Lux, a walking enchantment. Her hips, they moved like waves in a thunderstorm. Her waist, thin as a ritual broom. Her voice, sweet enough to make a grown man forget his name. But there was something deeper, a force in her new body. When she looked at a man, just once, he became hers. Married bankers didn't just abandon their families. They emptied vaults, stole millions from the very banks they worked in, all to please her. Ordained priests betrayed their sacred vows, abandoning the altar just to be with her. Men who once mocked her knelt down in hotel rooms, weeping for her love. And Zizi, she laughed. She pointed to the sky and screamed,
Look! Look at what a hot body can do.
Revenge served cold and with fire.
She hunted them down, one by one. Those girls who insulted her in school. But she didn't attack them directly. No. She found their brothers, their boyfriends, their fathers. She seduced them, then made them go back home and unleash destruction. One man slapped his wife for smiling too much. Another disowned his daughter because Zizi told him to. A father emptied his children's school fees into her bank account. Without blinking. She enjoyed it. Every broken home was a trophy. Every woman who cried reminded her of her old tears.
I was bullied. Now I am the punishment.
But power, my child, has no brakes when driven by pain. Her rage became wildfire. She no longer cared who was guilty or innocent. If you looked like someone who once laughed at her, she took your husband. If you sounded like the girl who mocked her skin, she ruined your marriage. The city began to rot under her perfume.
The spirit's warning.
One night, as she was being fanned by a senator on a yacht off Banana Island, Zizi Lux heard a slow drumbeat in her chest. Dum. 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 She looked in the mirror and saw not her face, but Ayra Abik's. You were given beauty to reclaim yourself, not to become a plague, the old woman hissed. Now your time is up.
What time?
The spirits do not give forever. The curse you spread must return to its owner.
The fall of Zizi looks.
Her power began to collapse. Men still looked at her, but with fear. Those under her spell became sick, violent. Some died. Wives formed prayer circles and cursed her name. One day, her skin began to crack. Not just peel. Crack, like burnt ground. Her figure lost its shape. Hips bloated, breast sagged. Her waist gone. Zizi vanished. Some say she roams the dark alleys of Suralere, barefoot, whispering names of her victims. Others say she returned to Ijibori to beg for cleansing, but the spirits turned their backs. And every once in a while, when a woman cries because her home is falling apart, the elders say, perhaps Zizi Lux has found another one. So listen well to these final words of caution, child. Anger. It can build kingdoms, yes. But it can burn your own house to the ground while you dance in the flames. Beauty. If it commands without mercy, it will one day be cursed by the same eyes that once bowed before it. Mark this, not every wound must be answered with fire. Not everyone who hurt you deserves ruin. Because when the innocent are caught in your flames, they carry your ashes with them forever. And you will become nothing but a ghost trailing behind their grief. So before you strike, ask yourself, whose soul is truly yours to scorch? And whose pain will haunt your name long after your body is dust? Is the vengeance worth the curse? What will be your fate, my child? Will you turn from the edge? Or will you keep walking into the fire, thinking it is power? The spirits are watching. And the answer is already blooming beneath your skin.